Good greetings, most honorable listeners and masters of the martial arts. I am Travis. Nobody hears
And
me.
I'm Big Los.
I do not hear Chris. I'm
Who?
sorry. No, we don't hear you. Los, do you hear Chris?
Who?
Seawalt.
Nope. Is he here?
He's,
I don't even see him.
I don't know what happened in between me pressing that button and now I'm with Chris. And this is CTE, and this is going to be an experience for you. All right, there you go, Chris.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Right. I got nothing, bud. I did nothing. You did nothing. You pushed the button and it all went away.
Oh, you sound like you're talking into a fan.
It does sound like you're talking into a fan.
It sounds like I'm talking to a fan.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I wonder if this is going to be a part of the recording. I'm just curious. I'm just curious about this whole process
Yay.
of what is happening right now. But yeah. Anyway, we are sponsored by the Virtual Fight Tour, and coming up soon will be the grudge match between Thomas Wright and Trey Lazenby. They haven't announced a date yet, but it is coming up soon. They will be fighting, and they don't like each other. And they're going to punch each other in the face. They're going to kick each other in the body. They're going to kick each other in the face. They're going to punch each other in the body. They're going to sweep each other. They're going to stomp each other. They're going to pick up each other and slam each other. It's going to be a wild match. And just make sure you guys tune in and when the tickets go on sale. You guys have no idea how to respond to my energy today, do you?
That's a bit right there up to next to a barber and a slobber knocker.
It is going to be, hey, whoever's listening to this podcast, y'all going to be, it's going to be like hell trying to hear what Chris has to say. And he has all of our updates about what happened this weekend and all the different tournament events that happened over the past week. Because it was a lot. I did not know it was going to be so many events this past week, but it was a whole lot. You had the European Championships, you had the Pan Am Championships, you had K-Talk. There was
Texas tough, right?
Yeah, it was Texas.
Do I still sound like I'm talking into a fan?
You're better,
all right.
But yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're better, but yes, it was a little rough there, sir. Los?
Yeah.
Syracuse just lost. Or they in overtime, excuse me. I'm sorry.
They didn't lose. They're not losing.
They're not gonna lose. Okay. Yeah, they shouldn't lose to Richmond. I mean, it's Richmond.
It's a D1 school.
Yeah, but you're Syracuse. Does Richmond have a national championship? No, they don't. Do they have a rich history or a Hall of Fame legend coach? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they should not be losing to Richmond. But, it is what it is. Where is Richmond? Is this one in Virginia or is this one in California? Or is this a Richmond in New York?
Virginia.
Okay. I was just curious. How was your week, Los?
My week was good. It was good. Goes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my son, he got accepted to Elmira College, the college he wanted to go to.
Nice.
Gave him a academic scholarship of $17,000 a year.
Look at the big brain on little Los. Well, he's not really little.
Exactly. So he didn't get it from me. He got it from his mama.
Well, big brain on giant Los.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, pretty excited for him.
Congratulations. You gonna cry when he goes away to school?
Nah.
Los.
Why would I cry?
Because you're a dad and you're proud.
Be proud of
all the emotions come back. You're gonna start seeing him as a baby. You're gonna be like, the first time I held him in my arms, and you're gonna start tear up a little. That one tear gonna come down your eye. Like, now my kids out there smacking butts.
Nah.
They just
You said my kid is out there smacking butts.
I can't with you.
What you just said?
I don't.
Why'd you say that?
We're just
because that's what happens when you go to college. All right.
You go to college and smack butts?
Yeah. That's what happens. And you get education about a lot of different things out there. Education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all his mom kept saying, there's too many girls at this school.
That's probably why. Wait, where's his girlfriend going?
I don't know where she's going. I don't really get to know too much about her. They got better like twice. They've been together for like 3 years.
He's like, who are you? You're that dad who'd be like, yo, well, yeah, here, Ellen, come here. That's not her name. Emily, whatever your name is, come here.
You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to.
The girl who likes my son. Come here.
Your daddy don't like me.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing that people be worried about. Like the parents don't like them. Have y'all ever experienced that way? The parent doesn't like you?
I don't think so.
No, not really.
Sometimes the parents like me more than the daughter.
This is true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've never really experienced that. I've always got in there, and then the parent, the mother, the father, whoever, always liked me more than like they just.
I don't know about liking me more.
Yeah, they were like, you should.
They
That was the
like
one that you should. You run around with these knuckleheads. That was the one you should have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? Okay, not knowing. Anyway, yeah. No, okay. So I'm gonna tell you why my energy is like this.
Okay.
The documentary, the virtual effect documentary is getting worked on, right?
Yes.
And so Jesse asked me for some clips about, when we talked about Virtual Fight Tour and everything like that. So I've been looking through there and I saw the energy that was in there in those clips. I was like, yo, we used to talk about some wild stuff. Like it would just be a lot more energy. So I took it upon myself to think, all right, let me infuse some more energy. Maybe I need to pick the fellas up a little bit. Cause let's be honest, karate can be a little stale sometimes. It just can. Like some of the stuff that, you go to a tournament and you ask somebody one question. Like I asked Jeff last week, I was like, yo, okay, so what did they complain about? And the first thing was about, they couldn't find judges. Some people weren't really too happy about the judging selection. At the end of the day, isn't that the same thing we argue about every week? Or say they did this, or they said this, there's something about they didn't know the rules in this ring and this ring. It's like, I said every NASCAR tournament. It's like, is that after a while, it's like, this is what you should expect. The quality, we'll get into that. The quality of, the organization is showing you for 40 years what they are. So why do you expect anything to get different or change? We've been doing this almost 3.5 years. So after a while, it's like, ugh. But one thing that I did enjoy rewatching was some of the stuff when we started breaking down the fights of Virtual Fight Tour.
Oh, I loved when we did that. Oh, did you see how he made the adjustment here, checking over here? Yeah.
Yeah, when we were talking about how we thought a fight would go between these two competitors, I was really sitting there just watching, like, okay, yeah, we talking about this because we were talking about, Jason Latona and Tyson. We was talking about Jack and Bailey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We were talking about Tyson and Bailey. We were talking about
kind of some exciting stuff to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's kind of like, okay, we're watching these tournaments and it's like, all right, what's here now? Like, and there was something that was mentioned a few months ago where I think Tyreek said like Jotty and Raymond wouldn't stand for this because there was no video.
Yeah.
What tournament was it? Diamonds? Was it Diamonds?
Hey, there was no video in a couple of tournaments. But yeah,
well, I'm about to tell you why.
I think it was. Okay.
But
we know. Yeah,
because they were like in a different room or something like that or whatever.
Yeah, they were ducked off in the back room.
Right. And I think somebody from Sport Martial Arts was like, well, they're not paying for the streams. They only want us for the nighttime finals, whatever. They don't really want the daytime streams. They don't want to pay for that. They don't care about that. Yep. So it's like, okay, yeah. So yeah, why? I mean, if you really want to talk about it, back in the early 2000s, that was just guerrilla. If you want to put it, this was guerrilla videos. Like people just were there recording, and they upload them to the websites. That was it. And it was broken down. There was no streaming. It was just. Nobody was getting paid to upload this stuff. Nobody was doing any of this stuff. They were just that. So yeah. So now it's kind of like, all right, so we don't really have anybody recording or nobody's paying for that service. Yeah.
So what's the point in having the service if it's only going to be like, it's not going to get anybody. It's not going to generate anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get into my.
Um,
I had this thought
yeah.
over a year ago, and I was like, told some people about it. I was like, I'm not. Why? Like, what's the point?
Travis has already got the fix.
I'm just saying.
Listen, I've already got it calculated in my calculations. And
Yes, I've had that
I'm
conversation
not going
though.
to put it out there. I'm just going to say, like, I got the calculation in my brain. I know exactly why.
I've had that conversation. It was like, well, I'm not gonna say anything about it, but
Right. It really doesn't though.
yeah, look, the whole. We can get to this
Never
whole
mind.
thing. Anyway, Chris, how was your week, man?
Man, my week was like Lotus's. It was run hard, fast. It was good. My kid didn't get accepted to no colleges. He's in first grade. But
he got accepted into first grade. There we go.
We're not giving out participation trophies, friend. We're not doing that. He better pass. I just say that. No,
hey, it's the first quarter. The first quarter ended already, right? So do they do like the first semester? They do first quarters, then the first semester. There's 4 quarters, right? They still do that now.
Yeah. Two grading period, 2 quarters in the semester. Yeah.
So does it? So his first quarters, you go to like have to go to like parent teacher conference and stuff like that, where they tell you about your kid or whatever, and is he acting like he's Goku in class or stuff like that?
Nah, he's actually pretty good in class. Behaves way different in school than he does like at home and at the dojo. So like, I don't know who this kid they talk about. It is a pleasure to have in class and stuff. Like I don't know who these kids are.
I don't know who they're talking about.
Like who? Like especially my daughters. They go to preschool and they go to this the Catholic preschool that my son went to, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, your daughters are a joy. They're so sweet. They have the greatest manners." I'm like, who? Who you guys talking about? You're talking about their kids? I know you. My kids.
Wait until they get comfortable with the teachers. Then they
listen. I'm okay. I'm okay with them, showing their butts to me and then be doing the right thing out and about. So like, I got no complaints on that. I'm just, taking it back to it, but it's good. Other than that, school runs. What about you, Trav, the director? How was your weekend?
Cold. Hey, yo, I did not leave Florida to come back. I did not think it was gonna be this doggone cold. I'm just telling you.
Listen, it's
not
probably
think that
not that cold. It's just the temperature change from Florida to Detroit.
It's usually okay. It's cold. It's cold It's supposed to be like in the low could be like the 30s and it'd be like 40, like like that. It was in the teens. That's why I was like, yo, this is not what I signed up for when I came back here. I thought it was gonna be a little bit warmer than this. And my parents don't particularly, they got sweaters and shirts and a hoodie and a robe on, and they looking at me. You cold? Like, yes, I'm cold in this house.
So in other words, what he's saying, he's not saying his parents want to turn the heat on. They said put some layers on.
But I piled on some things.
Literally, my mom came downstairs like, it was cold down here. I'm going back upstairs because the heat rises, so it's upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like,
shit in the attic.
Your mama listens to the show, Travis. You better be careful.
Oh yeah, I know, right? Hey, mom. No. So I was just kind of like, but other than that, I mean, the week has been pretty cool, man. I mean, honestly, I didn't do anything because it was too doggone cold. Literally, I talked to some people and I was like, you know what? It's too cold. I don't feel like going outside. I'm just gonna stay in this house and continue to work on certain things. And I got some ideas about how we're gonna change some things up in 2023. You know what I mean? Some
check it
things. Yeah, new things coming along because relying on just what happened at a tournament is kind of I mean, we've done it. We've done it for 3.5 years. It's time for something new. It's time for something different. So expect some changes for the Martial Arts Network in 2023. Some things. Bless you, Christopher.
Excuse me. I apologize. I'm sorry.
But for you people,
I didn't do that. Come on, fam.
You gonna wipe it off on yourself or something?
I did. I'm past. Now here, ain't nobody can see me. You ain't got to talk about it. I just went like this with my hand. Went like this. I mean,
you know what you're doing, man. This is
what it is. Dang, man, it's what it is.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris,
where you want to start, Big Doc? Where you want to start? You want to start with our sponsor, with the Virtual Fights Tour?
Yeah, go ahead.
The K-Talk VFT sponsored the open weight divisions for male and female. Maybe McCoglin. I don't know where she's from. Team Duvers. I would imagine from Canada. She won the women's open weight at K-Talk, and Kevin Walker won men's open weight at the VFT at K-Talk after winning Best of the Best down here in Georgia on Saturday.
So he did the Saturday-Sunday thing.
He did the Saturday-Sunday thing.
Nice.
Congratulations, Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
So they won that. And I know Tyreek beat Brandon for overall grands.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Tyreek. Rick! So technically, yes. Tyreek is the king. That was K-Talk. It's K-Talk. Wait. What does K-Talk stand for again?
I honest goodness, sir, I don't recall.
Is it Karate Tournament of Champions?
Maybe.
Is that it?
Sure.
It could be.
I think that might be it. Okay, we'll go with that. Karate Tournament of Champions. All right, so congratulations, Tyreek, for winning KT.
And Matty Kenaway won juniors weapons and forms overall grants.
Congratulations, Matty. So, did you see the form?
No. Oh. I'm sure she ran the same one she usually does. The crane joint. It's really pretty.
Okay. All right. Well, what other events
came out? We had the European championships, WACO European Championships.
That is correct.
Trav, you have any other rundown on who won any of those over there?
I saw Evelyn won.
Evelyn beat Francesca in the semis, and then won.
Yes, you noticed that too, Los?
What?
You gonna ask me, Travis? You got the rundown what happened over there? I'm like, I know Evelyn won. Yeah, Evelyn beat Francesca and then went on ahead. I'm like, why you ask me if you already knew the answers to this stuff?
Because I wanted to see what you had, man. I'm trying to give you that energy, big dog. We just trying to make it work.
I don't try to give me the energy if you know it. You're supposed to bring the energy. I'm like, yo, I know it. So, okay, Elijah won.
Yes.
Elijah won his division, right?
Hold on.
It was
Chris
somebody
coming
else
up with something else. Hold up. Chris had more.
Yeah, I was saying because I was like, it's somebody else. I know some other people who won, but I'm trying to think off.
Elena won from Proper.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong one. The Italians won teams for women's teams. They beat Great Britain.
Did they win men's teams also?
I
saw them doing a chant, and it was the whole Italian team. So I wasn't sure who won what when they did that.
No, I don't know. I didn't get to see that. But yeah, Elena won. Carolyn from Italy also won. Connor McGlinchey took silver. So the Italians and Proper team had a good Europeans.
One go.
Who?
Chris Ashton. Put some respect on his name, people. I'm gonna stop. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Gotta put some respect.
Chris.
I better stop.
Gonna use them long arms.
Yeah, you go get some wins.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm trying not to make no comments.
Why not?
I don't know. Because it's like he's like other fighters that you would mention that has a really good record, but you're kind of like, man, on the fighter. You know what I mean? WACO world titles, overalls. You know what I mean? Open weight championships, beaten X, Y, and Z fighters, but you're kind of like when you stand them up next to the people that are in that group, you're like, eh. You know what I mean?
Well, no. I want you to elaborate
a little bit.
Yeah, what are you talking about here, sir?
Like,
what does that mean?
Like, no, like everybody, like it was assumed that Bailey would go out there and like run up the score on Chris, right?
That
But
was
that
their
didn't happen.
their thought process when they went
Right. And that's how people would think that in that lineup, people would put Chris towards the lower end of that skill level. Like if I'm saying who's the threat, there are a lot of people who will put him down on the lower end of that threat level. Again,
but you said if I like, so why you
I'm not saying me personally, not me personally. Listen,
so what
I don't
you've
count
already
Chris
done
out
is you've already put him there.
So who's the real Chris? Aston or Walker? They're gonna fight each other.
Oh no, I'm not gonna fight nobody.
Virtual fight tour.
As long as
another grudge match.
That's a long time.
I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, no problems. But you know what I mean. Like I know you know exactly what I mean. But so when I say that, it's like not that Chris isn't good, because I think Chris is good. I mean, Chris has some incredible wins over some big names that you'd be like, huh? No way he beat him. Oh wow, he did.
Here's the thing.
So
I think
he has titles.
Associate with good, with exciting sometimes. Chris is an awkward fighter, right? He's an awkward fighter. So because he's awkward, you're like, he's not that good. He's unconventional. He's a weird,
very basic, rudimentary, just awkward timing.
It's not a pleasant watch to watch Chris fight like that. It's not like you're gonna watch him and be like, oh my God, you see what Chris just hit somebody with. Oh my God, you see his speed. Oh my God, you see his strength. It's nothing that is like that stands out. He's like,
correct.
You know what I mean?
But he's good. He's really good.
And so I think people take him for granted in the sense that, like, yeah, but he's not an easy win, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that much of an easy win. He's just, you may beat him or he may beat you, but at the end of the day, it's not, you cannot go in there assuming you're going to just wax Chris, right? If you do that, then you may end up shocked because he's an awkward fighter. I mean, this is what it is. Awkward fighters present awkward fights, which makes the fight close because it's just like
awkward
time. Yeah, it's like it's the timing is bad. Like the timing is bad. The angles that they're throwing something at you, it's like, what the hell, man? I'm thrown off here. So now you got to make adjustments, and now they got you fighting in their awkward style, and that can make it a close fight. So, but because of that, it's like, oh, he's not really that good. He's just, But so people, like I said, gonna have to put some respect on Chris Aston's name. I'm gonna talk this up, get some people mad and stuff like that.
Good.
I'm just saying. I'm just looking at how Chris is like really responding to what you're saying. Yeah.
It's just that's what it is.
You can't deny his accomplishments. You can't take them away.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Like people don't like what's the other the boxer from Great Britain, big dude, Lennox Lewis. People didn't really respect Lennox Lewis when he was the champ. There was nothing exciting about him, or it was just kind of like, all right, he's there.
He's like 6'12" and he's got a long jab. Like, I mean,
he's gonna do
everybody else
things.
is like 5'10". Yeah.
Left, right, and that was pretty much it. It wasn't gonna be much else.
Jab.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, it's what it is, man. All right, what else happened?
The Europeans, that's kind of what I got. And we move over to the Pan Ams.
Here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Before we go to the Pan Ams,
okay.
I'm looking at Waco Europe, and they got pictures of everybody who's up there, standing at the podium and stuff. Didn't tag anybody in these things. It's super far away. You can't see it, but it's super far away. You can't really see who the person is. You're trying to. It's like I don't. Yeah, do a better job, Waco Europe. I'm just saying. Ugh, I hate how we present our athletes and how we promote our athletes. It's just horrible. It's a horrible way of. Somebody should make something like a website that really highlights the athletes. Somebody should do that.
That would be really cool.
That would be really cool. Coming soon, 2023. You didn't hear that, Peter, though. Anyway, now let's go on to the Pan Ams and let's talk about who got kicked in the face down in Pan Ams. Let's go.
Welcome back, Caleb Mejia, Gagnon. First
She
major
fought?
event and one gold.
I mean, I didn't know what happened. In Pan Am.
Representing Canada.
Well, she is a Canadian now by marriage. She lives in Canada now, so
Correct.
so.
But yeah, so
I mean, she's probably been living there for a minute.
Yeah, since I lived, but
wasn't she? Did she just have a baby?
They got married. Yeah, just had a baby.
Yeah, maybe like last year or early this year.
I want to say early this year.
Yeah, I know they got married, but her and Sam Gagnon. So why are you looking like that, Los? You are so perplexed right now. Is something happening between Syracuse and Richmond?
No, that game is over. I just didn't know who y'all are talking about.
Oh, Kayla Mejia. She is a lightweight fighter, a very good lightweight fighter. She's from Mexico. Originally from Mexico, married Sam Gagnon. Now living up there in Canada. So this year she fought at the Pan Ams in a Canadian uniform and won gold.
Correct.
But really, really talented, really good fighter.
Really good little fighter.
Why you gotta put the little part in there?
I know. I
mean, you a little person. You can't be saying that.
I am. Wait, never mind. Can I say it if I am it? Like one of them.
I guess
like,
you could. But I thought you'd be like, yeah, she's a really good fighter. Well, height.
She's a really good fighter. She is a really good fighter.
Is she a good fighter though?
She's a really good fighter.
Really good fighter, actually.
Yeah. I'm just happy that she got back out there. She fought. Would like
she
to
fought
see her.
for Canada?
Yes.
But she's from Mexico?
Correct.
She's from Mexico.
But she married a Canadian and moved to Canada and was able to fight with Canada.
There you go.
What color uniform? What kind of uniform did she have on? A Canadian uniform or?
It was Canadian uniform. I don't know if it was red or white or if it was black and red.
It was white. It was white.
Oh, it was white.
It was white with the red.
Like with the gold.
White with gold.
Nice.
Where Canada? What y'all doing? Where y'all get the gold from?
I'll go with everything. It's got red in it, but like
Canada's flag is red and white.
But
they usually wear a black uniform with red, or black uniform with white, or red with white, or some combination of the three.
Red, black, and white, predominantly. But no, it's white and gold. It's crazy.
That's weird.
Maybe they were fighting for the gold.
Maybe that's what it looks like.
Or maybe there's some kind of hidden racism behind this, and they just put her in the white and gold. What we doing here, Canada?
Also, in minus 69.5 events, Colocho gets silver to Blake Spence.
Blake. South Carolina
gets to go to World Combat Games.
Blake Spence is from America. He ain't from Canada.
Yeah.
It's from the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. You know, team top 10 USA. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
USA. Woo.
It's going on today, man. Oh, you are. But yeah. So Blake wins the gold, qualifies to go to the World Combat Games.
Congratulations. When is Combat Games?
Next year, where is Saudi Arabia, 2023 in Saudi Arabia.
Have either one of you been to Saudi Arabia before?
No, but I'm interested in going.
I'm not.
I wanted to go to the Sudan a couple of years ago when they did Wacos, I think, there in the Sudan. I would go 100%. I'd go anywhere, almost anywhere.
Cool. Good luck.
He said, "Good luck."
Yeah.
And then, and then that was it for the events. And then Marcel had a good.
Did Trent fight?
Trent did fight. Trent went 1-1, I believe. Won his first one, lost the second one. There were a bunch of
was there like a heavyweight winner or anything like that? Who won the heavyweights? Anybody?
There's not a lot of people from the states that went down to the Pan Ams to qualify to go to the World Combat Games. I know they do it in Brazil.
Why is that?
It's not
you
pushed.
want the real answer? You want some? Go ahead, Chris.
It's not pushed. It's not supported. It's not paid for. I mean, the latter is probably the number one thing that our athletes don't get paid for it. They don't get paid to go down there. They gotta cover their own costs and all that jazz. So I mean, you know what I mean? Going down to Brazil this time of the year with flights and stuff, it's pretty expensive.
You go other places you got to pay for.
What?
You go other places you have to pay for.
No, I mean I get it, but it's
weren't
not,
they just down in South America somewhere? Argentina?
Argentina.
How far is Argentina from Brazil?
Hours away. I mean, it's a flight, but
I mean, it's not like
it's not like Atlanta to Brazil or Atlanta to Argentina.
Yeah, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying they were literally down there the week before, so I mean, it's not like they couldn't hop over there.
It's true,
but there was a choice not to go.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, honestly, I think it probably has some stuff to do with what Chris said, that like it's not push. I mean, the whole thing about Waco USA.
Did they have that when we was going to
Waco Pan Am?
I didn't hear about this until like Ross. I think Ross went one year.
Chelsea went down and qualified. She went to Brazil one year. I was supposed to go down, but I couldn't afford the ticket to go to Brazil that same year that Chelsea went for full contact. But again, it was expensive for me, so I was like, $1,000 for a ticket. Stay home.
All right, so let's be, this is CTE, so and I've got a lot of energy today, so I'm
let's get it. Let's get into it.
Let's be realistic. The whole thing from Waco, even back in the 90s, was whoever was in control of it. It was usually more so their team who was going to these events, right? Correct. So if you weren't associated with these teams, a lot of times you didn't know when these events were happening, when the qualifiers were, when all this other stuff was. You didn't know anything about it.
Big in the States. It's not it's not pushed.
Yeah. Right, because a lot of the times it was like, hey, this is my squad. Our squad is going to be the team representing for that event. So
I remember that.
Yeah, so whoever was in charge of being the Waco team president or whatever has had a control over, and right now that is the Lakers. So that's why you see Blake down there, like, you know what I mean? Like he knew about it. Everybody else, I don't know. I didn't even know it was. I remember hearing that Waco Pan Am is going to happen this year. I didn't know when it was going to be a qualifier, or if you had to qualify to go down there, or if you could just go down. I didn't know what the criteria was. So, that's the reason. That's the reason why most people don't do Waco in America. They don't. I mean, it's not like it with WKC and WKU. They actually promote and they work with
other tournaments and regional events and get a regional qualifier
right
here and here and do a national.
Yeah, the Waco USA they'll just pop up. I think it might be in February, like the Waco tryouts.
Kansas.
It's gonna be in Kansas.
Okay, in Kansas.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, all right, Waco tryouts, but a lot in that event. Every time I looked at it or saw it online, it looked small. It didn't look like a lot of people were attending it. It just didn't have that support. And to be honest with you, I think they're probably trying to figure out how to do that. Like they're looking, I've heard rumors about them looking into trying to find out how they can improve Waco USA. We'll see. We'll see how they come up with to make improvements for Waco USA. But until then, it's the same thing that's been happening for the last 30, 40 years or whatever the case may be. I can't say 40, but last 30 years that I know of. But that's the real of it. Like honestly, that's the real of it. Like there's nothing else really to say about it. Like yeah, it's not really pushed. It's not really I think because of the name of Waco, they maybe they assumed that people were just going to automatically show up. But the thing is, the history of it is they've never shown up like that. So, where it's a lot of people, I do remember in the mid '90s there were some times where people would show. It was in conjunction with Rhode Island,
yep.
Right? They had a NASCAR event, and it was in conjunction with it. So yeah, they had that event. I think it was like on the Sunday or something like that, maybe. I think
you're right. I think it was on the Sunday.
Yeah, the Sunday was the tryouts or whatever. But yeah, man, let's just say the organization it has not been organized correctly in the last 30 years. So that's why. because I do remember Chelsea going down there, and I do remember the World Combat Games. Some Paul Mitchell people I went over to Russia, I think, right? And I think this was I can't remember if that was a year before or after I left, but I wasn't around when they did they went to Russia. I just remember talking to people about going over there, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. So it just is what it is, man.
Yep.
Anyway.
Just keep on.
That's why.
Yeah.
We know why. That's why. I'm gone. You ask me anything, I'm gonna be honest with y'all today. All right. Any other tournaments that happened this week?
Like I said, best of the best. The mixed team of Joseph Tyler Brackett, Trey, and shoot, I don't remember which one of the Green brothers it was. They won teams over Tony Young's and Kev, and so yeah, that was good.
Who won forums? Did you go there? Did you go?
No, I did not. I was actually in South Carolina training. Got to do some training in South Carolina.
Okay.
That
brings me to another question. Well, are you guys going to Orlando? December 17th, because that was announced this week, right? That was announced this week that Ray has a fight December 17th.
Yeah, I'll be there for that. Come on.
Okay. I will be in Florida.
Come on, that's a day trip.
I will make an entrance.
You want a ticket? We can get you. It's easy.
Yeah. I'm gonna give me a ticket, man. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna pull up on y'all. I don't know, Los, are you coming down there? You probably
I will not be able to make it down.
Yeah, that's a week before Christmas.
It's not that we have belt graduation stuff. I was going to try to go. I tried to take my family down, but we have like 3 belt graduations that day.
No. Yeah,
I'm gonna pull up on y'all. I'm gonna pull up in there, walk around, say hello to everybody.
Ain't nobody gonna know who you are.
Nobody's gonna know who I am. I'm gonna walk in. Hey, how y'all doing? CTE up in this beast. Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I know Chris.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Who are you?
Is that sport karate?
What's that?
Listen. We got to. Yeah, we got to break down that fight next week because that's one of the ones that we can get. We can get a little hopped up to break down that fight.
You can. I have no idea who the hell that person is that he's fighting. I know he's the champ, right? Is he the champ? Is he not the champ?
He's the interim champ. They're fighting for the interim champ.
Yeah.
So why are you excited to break it down? Next week? It's like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away.
Well, whatever. You know what I mean. As it comes up.
That's what you mean. Because you said next week. I'm like,
my bad. Not next week. A couple weeks. 2-3 weeks. I don't know.
Hey, look, we can start really get that that kickboxing crowd in there, trying to combat. Start listening to us. Like,
what was that?
Try to combat people.
The height in that fight is wild.
Is he short?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was on the fight. He was on the card with Ross.
Ross knocked him out?
No. Is that the dude that Ross fight? No, I don't think so. Is it? It's the dude that fought underneath. They fought on the same card.
Was it the Bourne fight?
Yeah, the dudes from Azerbaijan. I think, right? Yeah.
Okay, we'll break that down. I look back and watch that fight again and tell me how Ray's gonna turn his sidekick him to death. All right.
Sure. Yeah, right in the face.
Just get the kick up. You know what I mean? Don't do the nut shots.
Ding ding.
Yeah, this is right there in the solar plexus. Yeah. All right. So I'll be down there. I'm gonna ride up there and see how everything plays out.
That should be a good time then.
Yeah. Pop up in there and say hello to everyone.
Wait, there was one more.
Yes, it's a Texas tournament, right?
Yeah.
So some people down there in Texas Tough showed how they were tough in Texas, and they started fighting, and they kicked and punched at each other, and that's what happened. And the winner of it was
looks like Charlie.
Charlie? Shout out Charlie. All right, Charlie.
Yeah, he got all the belt buckles. He got the ring. He got the big medal.
Got the belt buckles.
Yeah, they got them. It's Texas, fam.
Oh man,
I'm
talking about because Grand Slam was giving out belt buckles.
But that's Bear. So that's like Jeff Homie. So it's like
it's a Bear. Why you copying Jeff? You know what I mean?
Correct. Now, but Texas
belt
look
buckle.
like they about a big old bunch of events.
You got a belt buckle.
I think I got a grandstand belt buckle. There you go. Was that for grands or for first place? What was it for?
I think first place. I think
Oh no,
Grands was a trophy.
I got it for grands because I won the senior grand at his tournament like 9 years ago.
You were a senior 9 years ago.
Mine was a little bit more than 9. I won. Yeah, I went.
38. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember. Yeah, but yeah, you got it. I mean, you got a belt buckle, so you got a belt buckle. So they giving out belt buckles. But the belt buckle look like
buckles.
you get
Their belt buckle.
Forms and fight.
I got one for fighting in Iron Man.
Oh,
Iron Man. I did the Iron Man challenge. I won
Nice.
the Iron Man challenge. Well, I thought that was a dope man. Listen, Jeff had some dope concepts. My favorite was the Kihon, like the basics, like all adult black belt Japanese, karate competitors had to do basic forms.
Please elaborate.
So like you would have to do like a Kihon or a Taikyoku or like Henan, like Henan Pinan, or you know what I mean? A basic form, an H form. Like you would have to do like for you. My bad, Travis. Basic form 1 or basic form 2?
Thank you.
My bad, dog. I remember though. So like and so everybody in the adult black belt division had to do a basic like yellow belt kata, like to see
why was this a thing.
Like why was that a thing? Like because so you stop looking at people who do the YouTube thing and they just watch a kata on YouTube and they just go out there and run through the motions. When you get into your basics, like to watch that high level do something so simple, really gets to show you the difference between people's karate. You know what I mean? I don't know. Never mind. To me, that was I thought that was the coolest division. That, and I think they tried to do. My instructor did too. I think he did a bunkai division. So like you do your form like the
WJ bring out the Legos that you got to build a starship with. Just bring the ones where you got to build a little train and a little train goes along a little thing. You know what I mean? That's the type of form he wanted to see.
The hell are you talking about?
Talking about the basic forms.
He said I don't want to build a Death Star. I just want to build a little tram that builds the parts that takes the parts to the Death Star to be built. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I was so confused. Like, what the hell is going on?
I know.
I
followed you, Los.
Thank you. I was trying to be.
Were
funny.
you on the train when you was following them? Because I was completely lost.
Two. I'm with it, bro.
Two with me, Travis. You just stay where you are.
Two.
Stay in your lane, fam.
I am. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Forms. Ha!
They used to buy. No, listen. You said awkward earlier. Trav,
what up?
Who's the most awkward person you ever fought?
It's a guy here in Michigan. Oh dang, I'm blanking on his name. He was from Akibalon. I can't remember his name. He was a middleweight, and I was young, so I was like 16, 17, 18. But I used to Mike Mahadada. He was an awkward fighter. Like he just was super awkward. No matter his bounce was awkward. His fakes or whatever he just walking around. It was just an awkward. He was an awkward fighter, man. And it always threw me off. Me and him used to have battles because he was just a freaking awkward fighter.
He'd throw you off and bring you down to his level.
You're 16, 17, 18, 19 years old. You don't know how to deal with that. You just used to fight in the normal way, and you going first, and it was just awkward. He would throw things from awkward angles, we went back and forth. We fought a lot in that middleweight division around here. But yeah.
Los?
The most awkward fighter I fought was probably Ninja.
He was an awkward fighter.
He's awkward.
Ninja was a difficult, awkward fighter to fight.
Okay.
I think he was probably the most awkward that I ever fought. Like a few times.
Yeah.
How about you, Chris?
I had this kid like Trav. I had this kid Marcelo. He was he did kung fu and point fighting. And
fan.
He would do the thing like this, and he would do his hands. I'd be like, I'm trying to pump kick, and he'd be like switching. I'm like, what's he doing? Like, think he go jump out of Tiger Claw me? Like, yeah, it was the most awkward fight ever. And then
I see this dude practicing that little dummy that's spinning around.
Yes.
No, listen. And if I got in tight with him and grabbed him, he was finna do some stuff to me. But I'm out here trying to blitz him, and it's like real awkward. Like I don't know if I'm gonna run into an elbow, a claw, a headbutt. Yeah, man.
Yeah, kung fu people. I used to always hate fighting. I didn't know a lot of them because they didn't come out as much, but I didn't know them by name.
Well, they'd be at the regional tournaments. They'd be at the local tournaments, and they'd come out in the weird gear and the Jeet Kune Do gloves, and you'd be like, and face mask with the old school cage.
You knew I remember one dude ripped my SES shirt, my top, like he literally ripped it. Like it was. I came out the ring, it was like down to my navel, like it was like just completely ripped. I was like, what? Why?
Tiger Claw.
I'm telling you, fam, Tiger Claw.
Yes, 1000%. He got down all low.
He said,
Anthony Price looked
that's what I'm talking about, man.
No, Anthony Price, I was in Ohio. Anthony Price looked at me and looked at him while he was down, and there was some little down here type stuff. Like, yo, he was down, and Anthony just stopped, backed up, and turned around and started laughing. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. I turned around and looked at my uncle, and he's sitting there covering him. I'm like, Jesus. And of course, I had scratches all over my body. I'm like, yo, this is. I do not like fighting. If a kung fu fighter is there, I'm like, I do not want to fight you. I will stand on the other side of the ring.
I will take my bye today.
Yeah, because that's going to be an awkward fight. They're going to be.
Like when do you decide to attack that? Like you know what I mean? Like when is the moment? Like
get 1 point and just move around the ring, fam. That's
at some point you're gonna have to come out of that.
No, I axe kicked him. Because he was down low. I just came off and just axe kicked him. Like what are we doing here? He tried to grab my leg, and then it was awkward, man. Awkward fight, man.
Exactly.
I know. I always hated fighting kung fu people. Shout out to all the kung fu fighters that listen to us.
Everybody was.
Yes. And everybody who goes to the Capital Classics.
Yes.
Dang, I shouldn't even say
China
that.
Open.
Hey, I apologize to anybody who does kung fu. Because we actually I was talking to Jeff this week. I thought we're gonna start. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We're gonna start covering other events. I'm tired of. We're going to start looking at some other ones. We're going to start paying attention to more WKF. We're going to start paying attention to some other people who are in these different organizations starting in 2023. And Jeff brought up the Wushu Nationals.
Yeah. Vegas every year.
Yeah. The Wushu Nationals.
Listen, them dudes be doing some stuff.
So we're gonna watch. We're gonna find out some of these people. We're gonna learn some of these people. We're gonna know about these different people and just learn about different events. Cause just think about it. Like after a while, I'm tired of looking at. Anyway, it's just what it is. I'm sorry. It's like it's gotten boring and old to even cover, even talk about anymore. Like it just is what it is, man. Like it's the same thing over and over again, and hopefully some people can become interesting. Hell, even our fighters. This is a great segue, people. Even our fighters are talking about leaving the organizations. They're talking about leaving the circuit. Excuse me. Looking to fight overseas more because fighting here in America is just. I mean, it becomes the same thing over and over again. It's boring, like right? They don't respect you. They're not giving you the same amount of money. The events are ran. Not with us in mind, so why keep supporting and going to same events that don't really particularly care for us? Go ahead, Chris.
I was just saying, did they put out a release yet saying that in 2023 they was going to go back to pre-COVID prices, which with the inflation is probably only like $650? Okay. No. Okay. All right.
So you're asking.
I won't hold my breath. I don't know.
You're asking that a documented saying before something happens that we're going to go back to everybody.
Yeah, like we voted on this as a board and we're going to do this.
Maybe the board hasn't come to meet and talk about it yet. So
I bet it'll happen a week before AKAs, and AKAs has already said any changes that's going to happen ain't going to happen at our event.
Well,
they said that out loud.
Well, that's good for them because they like, hey, look, we're not doing this.
Hunter of them are like, nah. This what we did now is what we're gonna do then. Yeah. If they want to do something, they're gonna do that after us.
Mm-hmm. So it's what it is, people. Hey, so
why you do that, Chris?
The prices is too damn high. Oh,
There's talk that the spectators fee is that true?
Fam, it's true.
The spectator fee is $60.
$60 for the weekend, fam. First event was like 80 and then like 60 for each additional event.
Think anybody gonna pay it and go?
There's a bunch of people already done paid it there because that's them putting up their receipt. Look, this is how much it cost me. Like,
yeah, so people are paying. I mean,
plus hotel rooms, and hotels are expensive right now too. So they get it at a big. Listen, travel costs, hotel costs, plus those. I mean, you're talking about $300 for two divisions, 3 divisions. You got these people that do like 7 and 8 divisions.
And service fees.
Well, that's a mortgage payment.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Like it's it's a
it's an experience.
Only thing I can say is that their hotel or wherever they're staying, because they went back downtown, so the cost of that hotel is probably because hotels are skyrocketing, man. As a person who travels
a lot, I'm saying. Yeah,
these prices are ridiculous. Like seriously, it's just bad. Like I was telling you guys when I flew back from Florida to come back here. Actually, when I was in Atlanta, I was flying from Atlanta to Detroit, and it was like $600. And I was like, for what? It was actually cheaper for me to fly from Atlanta to DC and then go to Atlanta, spend a couple of days in DC, and then go to Atlanta, and it was going to be like $400. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just do that, and I'll just go ahead and get a room with my points. Boom, I'm not paying anything extra. So it just
that works out.
Yeah, so it is. But the cost of travel is insane. So I can only imagine they're charging more because the hotels are charging more. Why the hotels are charging more at Chicago in January is beyond me. That is tripping me out. Like, why? I guess they knew that the last couple of years they've done very well at the AKAs about the amount of people who come out. So they just like, hey, we're gonna run up the prices here, make up some money. But
to do because I know they got the banquet, the end of the awards banquet and all that jazz. So you're gonna at least attract people for that too. So yeah, man.
Well, that sucks.
It does, Carlos. It does. Carlos Tierney, it does suck. Yeah, and one last thing. Did we ever really discuss about them wanting to go overseas and fight?
No.
Do we have anything that we want to say about this?
Not yet. Probably. Yeah.
Not yet, probably.
Probably not yet. Nothing that I have concrete to say out loud. Like,
Okay. All right. Because I did not I saw something I did not know what actually was what the plan was or what their goal is here or how this is supposed to work. So I just curious as to when do you think we'll be able to have a conversation about this?
Probably I don't know, maybe sooner, but probably December.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay then. All right. Los, you got anything else you want to talk about? I know you're anxious to get out of here. I have one. You guys won. You guys won yesterday.
Who won?
The Eagles.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Were you upset seeing your coach jump around and be excited about beating the Colts?
So when you say jump around excited about beating the Colts, what does that mean?
After he won, he went and started pointing at the crowd and screaming at the crowd and saying some stuff to the crowd.
Maybe the crowd was saying something to him?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I mean, I know what he said in the press conference afterwards.
What did he say?
He was mad that they fired Frank Wright.
Yeah, because that was his coach.
That was his coach. So he was upset and he was happy, but at the same time, everyone was like, yeah, but it's the Colts. They're sorry. And you only beat them by 1. It's like you barely won this game. So you probably shouldn't be too excited and
juiced up on, acting
like, yo, this is it, we won, as opposed to just like saying something afterwards.
So a coach shouldn't be excited his team got a win, that they were having difficult time, struggling, couldn't get things working right.
If you beat a 5-year-old at playing checkers, are you going to be?
But they're not 5-year-olds; they're all grown men.
I'm asking you a question. If you beat a 5-year-old at playing checkers or chess, would you be excited?
If a 5-year-old playing checkers and or chess was about to beat me, and I figured out how to beat him, listen, I am celebrating like a champ. Absolutely.
You gonna eat his little gummy worms in front of him? Like, give me these snacks.
I'm flipping the table, boy. I'm flipping the board. Let's go.
You're a damn bully.
I just almost lost to a 5-year-old.
Listen, because he would have done the same to me.
Word.
Probably.
Word.
And worse.
But there's this thing called maturity that you possess over a 5-year-old. You are a black belt. You are supposed to conduct yourself in a certain manner when it comes to these types of situations.
I will and I have. Absolutely.
And that's flipping the table over and screaming at a 5-year-old. Is it?
Yeah.
That's acting like a black belt.
It's the same thing to me.
Listen, they got to learn. It's dominoes.
Look. It's called
100%.
I was just curious as to how you
oh Lord,
that's
you were curious as to how I felt about the coach being excited they won.
Mm-hmm. I was a little perplexed about it.
I love you, Lowe's.
Huh?
Why would
like I said, I'm like, why are you like when you're the coach? Why are you screaming at the fans like you just won? Like it was a rivalry game. Like that's what it looked like. It felt like it was like a rivalry game when he did it.
A close, intense game that really came down to like the last 2 drives of the game, were like less than 2 minutes left. The Eagles go down and actually win the game. That's not something to be excited about.
I didn't say that. Excited and taunting are 2 different things.
Oh, you thought it was taunting going on?
Yes. That's where I was.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I didn't realize
it was
that.
Poor sportsmanship type thing. That's what I was trying to get at.
No, it was more of the nanny boo boo thing. I got you.
Yeah. Like I beat you. So what? I'm special ed.
It really wasn't special ed though. I think the record is better than Detroit's.
I don't think so.
Detroit
just won 3 in a row. They're 4-6.
Are they really?
Yeah, I don't know how, but yes, they are.
Yeah, they're the same record as the Colts.
Yeah. So it's like, why? And I'm kind of disappointed the Lions are 4-6. But anyway, it's what it is.
They beat the Giants. They got to win.
I know, right? Like
I
did not see
that.
I
was excited about that, right?
I did not. I wasn't. I did not see that coming. I was like, wait, what? Why are y'all winning?
You don't want them to win?
No.
I never heard of a person that's a fan of their team that they don't want them to win.
No, I don't want them to win.
Okay. Well,
no.
Just like I had no problem with the coach being excited that they won.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we'll see this. What y'all got this week?
Coming up?
Yeah.
I think the Giants, actually. I think we go Giants, Tennessee.
I thought the Eagles had I thought the Cowboys had the Giants on Thursday for Thanksgiving.
Maybe. Either Tennessee or Green Bay then.
Because I think we got Buffalo because Buffalo played here.
Oh, you have a team?
I think we have a team, Detroit.
Oh, you said we, so I didn't know if you follow Detroit or not.
I follow them. I want them to continue losing though.
Play the Packers.
On
Sunday or Monday next week.
Oh, okay. All right, then. I will go ahead and let you guys go and get up out of here and
appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of the week. You guys excited for Thanksgiving, of course. And is there anything in particular that you guys are looking forward to for Thanksgiving?
Not really, man. It's kind of it's not the same.
Wait. It's not the same.
I enjoy being with my family, but I'm used to being with all my family and everybody kind of together, and that just kind of fizzled out over the years. So I mean, I like being with my intimate family, obviously, but it's just used to be a little more, more family festive, you know what I mean? Just kind of a little bit more of everybody.
I've noticed that it's when the glue goes.
Yeah,
that's kind of starts to happen in smaller and smaller, and then all of a sudden it's like.
I guess everybody just doing their own thing at their own house.
Right. Yeah. So it's so when you think about it, if your grandmother was the glue and then and your uncles and aunts, but then once the grandparents go, and then it's they become the grandparents almost because you have kids. Now you're the uncle and aunt level.
Yeah.
And now, you know what I mean? So now it's like siloed and everything is like that.
So like
opposed
my aunt was like the art glue, right?
Yeah.
She passed away probably 10, 11 years ago. And that's what I'm saying. Like it just kind of like started
slowly,
everybody just,
yeah.
like, slowly. Like we try to get together sometimes, and sometimes we do like a family thing, like a dessert thing on Friday. You know what I mean? Then that kind of fizzled out. Where now it's just like, we do our thing with our family, and then we just kind of chill out, and that'd be it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I see that happening here on my side. I see it because my grandmother passed like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So I see it starting to happen, but it's like two of the families are still, always together, and then the third one is kind of like going off, and you were trying to, I'm trying to, like, I hope they come back into this
reel them in, figure out what you can do. Yeah,
but the cool thing is that we do a cousins night on Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. So all of the cousins get together, and we actually go somewhere and do something together, and then so hopefully, we're planning that out.
Cousins night.
Yeah, that's cool.
So we all get together and we just hang out, drink, and do something stupid.
Yeah, I got a timer on my phone, like my screen, so it's like it has shut down all my apps and stuff.
So you basically say, I gotta get
right at 10 o'clock and shut everything down. Like, oh damn, okay, cool. Look at that.
You're like, yeah, all right, we gotta get out of here. Like, all right, people. We will see y'all next week. I hope everybody, if you're listening to us in America, that you have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Enjoy your food. Make sure you eat all of the turkey dressing, pork, macaroni and cheese, whatever else you're going to eat.
Pork, macaroni and cheese.
Pork and macaroni and cheese. Like it was.
You had your greens, beans, tomatoes. I'm not gonna. It's what it is. But all of that good stuff, man. Make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Eat all the food that you need to eat. Be safe. Drink your Kool-Aid, and we will see y'all next Monday. Hopefully. I will. Yeah, Monday's gonna be interesting. We'll talk. All right, we will see y'all next Monday, people. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Tuesday.
Good evening.
Peace.